Welcome back to Rajini Kiranmai YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to know about EDI, where E stands for electronic, D stands for data, and I stands for interchange. Now, let me first explain what is electronic data interchange. Interchange means exchanging of data from computer to computer. What type of data is exchanged from computer to computer here is business document is exchanged between computer to computer, where this business document is a standard electronic format, and generally these business documents are exchanged between the trading partners, and hence we define the EDI is the computer to computer exchange of business documents in a standard electronic format between trading partners. Before this EDI, traditionally these business documents were communicated on paper. And next question is, what is that this business document is going to contain? It can be a trading partner's agreements, or it can be a document with formatted data, not just letters or memos, like it can be a purchase order or customer invoices. Now the question is, who is the trading partner? A trading partner can be a company, or it can be a government department, or it can be a commercial or non-commercial entity with whom the organization regularly exchange documents of the formatted data. Now, next point is, what is a trading partner agreement? So, an agreement is nothing but it is a signed document that is exchanged between the partners. It contains the outlining of all conditions that allow electronic communication. And not only this, it states that the parties intend to be legally bound in the same manner as though they were exchanging the paper documents. And the signature on the agreement serves as a substitute for the signatures on the paper document. Now, when we look to a purchase order that is done in this EDI, if EDI is not used, that means before EDI, that is in a manual process, how this purchase order used to be done. So when you look to the picture, the buyer is going to generate the purchase order in his computer system. Later he sends that order through mail or fax, and this order is received by the supplier, where the supplier in turn sits and enter the order into the internal system and prints the invoice. After printing, he is going to send this invoice to the buyer through again mail or fax. And the buyer, after receiving the invoice, enters it into the internal system for further processing. This manual process shows how a lot of paper and people involved in this small purchase order process. In order to overcome this usage of lots of paper and remove the lots of people involvement, we use EDI. Now let us see how the EDI is going to work. So when you look to the picture, so in EDI process, see, there is no paper, no people involved. So the buyer's internal system is going to send the purchase order directly to the supplier's internal system, and in turn the supplier internal system is going to send the invoice directly where it is going to reach to the buyer's internal system. So the EDI documents can flow straight through to the appropriate application on the receiver's computer, and the process can begin immediately. So we call it as order management system. So the steps involved in this process is 3. 1. Prepare the document. Then translate the document into EDI format, and third one is transmit the EDI document to the partner. So this is what we have represented in the next down picture. So the buyer, in his internal system, he is going to prepare the document, that is a purchase order. Later, he is going to translate that document into a EDI format, and then this EDI formatted document is transmitted to the partner, that is supplier internal system, directly to the internal system. Now let us see what all happens in first step, second step and third step. So when you look at the first step, in this step we are going to collect and organize the data. Like say for example, instead of printing a purchase order, so your system creates an electronic file with the necessary information to build an EDI document. The source of data and the methods available to generate the electronic documents can include 1. Human data entry via screens, or exporting PC based data from spreadsheets or databases, or reformatted electronic reports into data files, or enhancing existing applications to automatically create output files that are ready for translation into a EDI standard. So the first point here, we completely focuses on collecting and organizing the data which are meant to build an EDI document. Second one, after getting that data, we are going to translate that document into EDI format. So in this step, we feed the electronic data through translator software, and this translator software converts the electronic data into internal data format that is given from the first step into EDI standard. I repeat it again. In the second step, what we are going to do is, we are there with the internal data format, that is the electronic data that is prepared in the step 1. We take that step 1 and we are going to convert this or translate this into EDI standard format using an appropriate segments and data elements. You can purchase the EDI translation software even in order to do this, or to manage and maintain on your premises, or sometimes we can also use translation services of an EDI service provider, where we are going to call it as a value added network, VAN. And in this case, you can send your data to the provider who handles translation to and from the EDI format on your behalf. So here you can use either of the things. Then moves to the third step, that is connect, transmit your EDI document to your business partners. So in this step, once your business documents are translated into EDI format, they are ready to be transmitted to your business partners, and you must decide how you will connect to each of your partners to perform that transmission. So this is how the data is transmitted in EDI from buyer to the sender. Thank you for watching this video.